Hi friends, how you doing? And welcome back to another beginner's guide in Upland, Staten Island edition. Now, if you see this image on screen, if you see this thumbnail, that means a newer guide, more relative to the Upland economy, has been uploaded on the channel. So if you're seeing this image on screen right now, then that means you need to go to that guide instead of watching this one, because this one's possibly outdated. I try and release my guides as often as I can, and to keep them as relevant as I can to help the new players and give them the best start to Upland. So just a thing to note, I'll put something in the title, like read the comments, and I'll redirect you to the newer videos if I can. So we're going over Staten Island. If you make an account in Upland, you should be able to choose Staten Island as your spawning location, and we're going to buy some properties and make some money in Staten Island. So boom, we're in, and we got our block explorer over here. Your character. People call it character block explorer. Officially, it is called a block explorer. And to know which one's yours, in case this is on by default and there's loads going about, you can go over to settings right here, go down, and show other block explorers. I have it off, selected right there. Boom, and you can just scroll out to see where you are. So you're over here. Pretend you're me, right? And we're going to scroll in and we're going to see something called the Discovery Trail. This is the black line that your block explorer leaves when going across the Upland metaverse. And what this trail allows you to do, it allows you to mint properties within a certain radius. Now, what minting means, it means that you are able to purchase a property from Upland, so a property that has been bought by any other player before, and then it gets minted on the blockchain, and it's in a certain radius. That's why so these are popping up bright green, the FSA properties, which I'll go over in a second. However, these ones are grayish, I guess you could say. And that's because they're outside of my block explorer's radius. I'm not going to be able to purchase these properties. However, I can purchase this one if I wanted to, because it's within my block explorer's discovery trail and radius, I guess you could say. So if you want to buy something that hasn't been bought before, you have to get close enough to it to be able to buy it, basically. Okay? Now, while I'm looking at all of this information, let's go over the different colors of the properties. So bright green, like this, it means it's a property that hasn't been minted before and you're close enough to actually buy it. Bright blue over here is a property that has been bought or minted by another player, but however, it's not currently on offer. However, if you would really like to buy the property, you can put in an offer for it. Now, nextly, we have dark green, which is a property that is owned by another player. However, it's on the secondary market or has got an offer on it. This could be in UPX, or if you're lucky enough to be in the Fear Out program, which they're adding more players to actively, you can see UPX, which is this, or dollars, basically. If you see grey properties like this, then that means you are not currently close enough to the property to be able to buy it. Now, if you see white properties like this means that these properties haven't been unlocked yet in the Upland metaverse. And Upland usually do these in waves or when they release a city. Join the official Upland Discord to get notifications when they're unlocking areas in Upland. So great, we've covered what the color coding scheme means, and you have to be close enough to buy a property. Now, a thing to note really quickly, you don't have to be close to a property to offer or buy another property off another player. So if I wanted to go far away, right, let's go all the way away from my discovery trail. Let's try and find ourselves a property that's for sale. There we go. So I could buy this off of this player, for example, without being close to it. So you don't have to be close to other properties to buy off another player or make an offer on another player's properties. That's something important to note as well. Cool. Let's go over what FSA means, because you're probably seeing a bunch of FSA properties. So the FSA, I believe, is called the Fair Share Act, is are properties that are reserved for newer players under the net worth of 100,000 UPX. And being able to buy FSAs is super important to the Upland economy game, and it's going to propel you and start off your property portfolio the strongest it can be. Sorry for jumbling my words, guys. I do this a lot. And yeah, if you're under 100,000 UPX net worth, I'm over it. If you're under it, you're able to buy FSA properties. As soon as you go over 100,000, you cannot buy FSA properties anymore. So if I try and buy one, I cannot buy it because you can't buy FSA properties because I'm over 100,000. And the strategy here is we're going to try and get as many collection properties as we can get. Let me just load it up real quick. We're going to try and get as many of these collections as we can get under our belt and get as many cheap properties as we can. So then we got ourselves a nice, strong property portfolio that we can flip to the secondary market. Now, let me teach you guys how to understand what you're buying. So if I recommend you guys to buy cheap properties, you want to buy the cheapest properties over here on UPX World. Like, this is a search engine to find all of the properties in Upland. This is a super, super powerful tool. You're going to be lost without this, honestly. But I tried to play the game without this, and I ended up buying... my purchases weren't clever. Let's just put it like that. My purchases weren't clever. So you're going to come to UPX World, right? I'm going to guide you guys through it. Go on Big Data Properties, search. We're going to go to Staten Island right here. We're going to click Only FSA right here. And we're going to click Unlocked. So this means it's going to be available for purchasing. We're going to leave the collections for now. Just want to show you guys how you can find the cheapest properties. Then you want to make sure you click the mint price right here. And make sure it's pointing upwards. This will give you the cheapest properties available in Staten Island. Cool. Now we know how to find the cheapest properties. Now, how do we maximize our efficiency when buying properties, and how do we get that sweet extra UPX we need to become an Uplander? And I should have probably mentioned this at the very start, but guys, you need to use a referral link to get the best head start in this game. I didn't use a referral link, and it's probably the biggest thing I regret in Upland. Because when you use a referral link, whether it be mine or someone else's, obviously I'm going to recommend mine. When you buy your first purchase of UPX, you get an extra 50% on top of whatever you're purchasing. So if you buy 50,000 UPX, you get an extra 25,000 UPX to strengthen and to build your property portfolio. And super quick, for your first purchase, guys, you do not want to, and I repeat, you do not want to purchase anything that's over 50,000. So if you buy 100,000 UPX, that's going to push you over the FSA limit. That's going to upgrade you to pro status, and you're not going to be able to buy any FSAs. So I strongly suggest that you only buy 50,000 UPX or below with a referral link, so you're getting that maximum boost to starting off in Upland. So let's say, for example, you wanna dive right in. You buy 50,000 UPX, and now you've got 75,000 UPX. I think it's 79,000 because you get like 4,500 to start off with, and I don't think that's including the daily rewards that you get for a week. And now you've got 75k to play with. Another way to get UPX like for free and easy, if you want to go free to play and stuff, is to do these collections and fill them in. Let's see. So at the time of recording, these haven't been released yet. If you subscribe and hit the bell notification, I let you guys know when these collections are going to be released. I am a Upland broadcaster, and I should have access to all of the information most valuable to you guys as soon as it like drops and stuff like that. Join the official Upland Discord. All the links to everything I've shown in the video and that's going to be useful to you are down in the comments down below. Also, when Upland has events and stuff like that, I chill in the general chat in my Discord, and we just chill together. It's a really good and fun time, actually. I've just recently started doing it. Anyway, let's stay on track with the guide. I ramble too much. I apologize. So, whenever you fill Staten Island Insider, own 3 properties in Staten Island, you want to fill these collections up because you get these extra UPX rewards for free. And obviously, the better the collection, or I should say, the rarer the collection and the better the collection, the more UPX you're going to get, and you're going to get a passive income boost to the collection. So let me cover that really quickly. So if I scroll out, I need to find one of my properties. Let's go over here because I've got like a nice big juicy big one up here. So if I click on this, when you buy a property, you will get monthly earnings of X amount. Oh no, this isn't like a good one to put in actually. So yeah, okay. So you get monthly earnings of a set amount. Now, if it's a black number, that means it's not in a collection for you currently. As you've seen with this property, it has a green number, which means it's being boosted and the earnings I get a month are being times by X amount. So let's say if we put this in a collection, that gives us 2 times the passive income. This is the passive income, your monthly earnings. I'll be getting around about 250 UPX a month from this one property. If I were to put it into, and if it's eligible to be put in a collection that has a 2 times multiplier on it, right? And collection properties are are more generally sought after in the Upland metaverse. So if you can snag, you probably won't be able to snag these. I think these are reserved for giveaways in the Upland on the Upland Discord and stuff. But if you can get yourself a rare, brilliant. That's going to be like you're going to be able to sell that for like a lot. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a little bit. I'm having a brain fart. Exclusive collection, great. Anything in any collection is fantastic. Apart from Staten Insider, this applies to all properties. So it's not. It is a collection. However, it's not a sought after collection. Neither is King of the Street or City Pro. The City Pro and King of the Street applies to every city. So they're not like unique collections, I guess you could say. However, you can utilize these, or especially King of the Street, to sell a bunch of properties if you so wish, which we'll get onto now. So great, we've covered collections. Let's claim a collection. So let's see, how do I want to do this? So we're going to go for King of the Street. This is my strategy for you guys. Go King of the Street first and claim the UPX. So we're going to ask ourselves, okay, Josh, great. We're going to go for King of the Street. How should we go about this? We want to own 3 properties on the same street. And we want to own the 3 cheapest properties on a street. So we're going to go back to our like little search engine over here. Staten Island, only FSA unlocked, okay? And we're going to try and find ourselves properties in the same neighborhood. So I might filter by neighborhood, actually. And I'm going to try and find properties that are on the same road. So if I scroll down here a little bit, Staten Island is super huge, so it might take me a little bit. So let's go on a little... oh, no, there we go. We got 56 Enview Street, 16 Enview Street, and 18 Enview Street. Brilliant. And what is that? That's under 3,000 UPX, if I'm not mistaken. That's incredible. So snag them up if you can. If to make this easier on you guys without actually searching throughout the whole thing, you can increase the search results as well. You can find, if you say, for example, if you found this super cheap property right here, 18,000, you can copy, go to the bottom right over here with the magnifying glass, simply paste it in, and you should say Staten Island, New York. Some addresses might be the same in other states or cities, but you want to go to Staten Island because we're in Staten Island. Go down here. And cool, so brilliant, right there, boom. You can buy these 3 right here to get your King of the Street collection. Now remember, if you're going to buy this and you're not near it, you have to travel to it like this, boom. Travel, send, because it's minting. You're not purchasing off another player or anything. You're the first buyer ever, basically. You're the first person to ever own it. So you're going to go here, you're going to buy that, you're going to buy that, and then you're going to buy that, for example. Right? Then you're going to go to your collections, and then you're going to fill them in over here. You just edit collection, you fill. If they've got time glasses on them, that's because they're minting on the blockchain. Just give them a few seconds, like refresh it every like minute or so. Fill them in, and then you're going to be able to collect your UPX reward. Brilliant. Now, the next step is to get 2 more properties in Staten Island to get City Pro. Now, these don't have to be on the same street. I like to buy properties that are on the same street, because then you could be like, oh guys, when you come to sell your properties, you can be like, hey, this is on the same street. King of the Street collection. It's kind of cool. It just adds that tiny bit of value. It's not like a major selling point, but it adds a tiny little bit of value. So we're not going to search for neighborhood. We're just going to do another search. Right here, we're going to go mint price, and we're going to go to this address because it's just the cheapest, right? We just want to fill out these collections for that free UPX, and you have to get to 10,000 UPX, guys, to be able to sell on the secondary market. So this one's 840. I think someone's actually just bought that. Yeah, I think someone's just bought that property. But you're gonna get 2 other properties in this city, and then you're gonna fill out City Pro. Boom, and now you've got 2 collections under your belt. At the same time, you can also fill out the Staten Islander collection, which I haven't done. It's a good thing I saved it for this video. So boom, this is what a collection is going to look like when you get it. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Click it. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Staten Islander. Then you're going to get this awesome screen. 353 UPX. All right, cool. Collect. And now we've got 3 properties under our belt. Now, at this point, your portfolio should be looking decently strong. You've got City Pro, you've got 5 properties, you've got King of the Street, 3 on the same street, and you've got Islander. Now, when it comes to collections, 1 property can only be in 1 collection. So you can't have something in Staten Islander and King of the Street. Since you have 5 properties at this point, I recommend putting them all into City Pro because it has the biggest passive income multiplier. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and buy ourselves some you know what, guys, I'm gonna recommend you buy, if you're beginners, if you're gonna try and buy you know, Stapleton, Tot Hill, Tottenville, Todd Hill and Tottenville. Let's go Tottenville. Own 3 properties in the Tottenville neighborhood in Staten Island. So some neighborhoods are actually collection pieces. So if you click this button on the right hand side right here, it will actually outline all of the neighborhoods for you guys. So we're going to try and find ourselves the Totten neighborhood. So we're going to come here, we're going to go to Staten Island, we're going to keep only FSA on, properties unlocked, but this time we're going to go to the collection, and we're going to go to Tottenville. Boom. Obviously, the collection hasn't released at the time of releasing this video, but by the time you guys will see it and new players will come in, you will be able to see a search engine and a search for all this stuff. And buying properties in collection areas, they have like such a huge markup. You can make so much money so quickly and get yourselves to the pro status by buying up and selling collection properties. Or you could keep them under your belt to generate even more passive UPX, because the better the collection, generally, the better the passive return. So you see how, like, King of the Street, it's a blue, 1.3, a purple, 1.46. Then you've got orange here, 1.9, and then the red, 2.29, and then St. Paul's Avenue, 2.24. And that's just how it goes, easy peasy. So you're going to go to Tottenville. I can't... oh, no, there it is. There it is, in the bottom left here. And if there's FSAs available, I would highly recommend you buy properties, if you can, in this area for cheap. Like, oh my god, these are going to like go off the shelves like crazy. Look how many little properties there are. That's cute. These are going to be cheap. So bookmark this video and wait for my announcement on the next property releases. Okay, cool. So you've got all your properties, and I'm going to go over 2 scenarios right here. So let's say you put in that $50, you've got your 75,000 UPX, and you've bought all the properties in the world. You've got yourself a nice, strong, cheap property portfolio. And a thing to note with FSA properties, guys, you can only sell 2 a week. You can only sell 2 a week. Otherwise, like, they'd be like so OP, right? By buying cheap and then selling on the secondary market. You can only sell 2 of these properties per week that have been bought when you with the FSA Act. FSA properties, if you buy them, you can only sell 2 per week. It resets on Sunday. So bear that in mind. Let's say you've used let's say you used my referral link. You've got that $50. You got 75k UPX. You've got like a nice property portfolio. If you're free to play, you have to reach Uplander status. So it goes from visitor to Uplander to pro to director to executive. If you're a visitor, you cannot sell your properties on the secondary market. You have to ask people at Discord. You can even come into my Discord and ask for visits. I'm currently I'm trying to set up a project where if you use my referral link, but you haven't put any money in the game, that's fine if you want to go free to play. If you mention that to me in my hashtag Upland visits section in my Discord, if you use my referral link, I will try and prioritize my visits for your properties, giving you all the XP you need to get to Uplander status and start selling on the secondary market and start interacting with the Upland economy. Okay, cool. So now you're ready to sell on the secondary market. You might be asking, Josh, what is my property worth? Well, let's have a look. Let's go to Staten Island. Let's click all this time on only FSA, and let's click for sale UPX. We're going to click X off of this, for example. I'll do a collection sale in a minute, and then we're going to click search. So, and we're going to click for sale UPX. There's two ways of selling properties, and I'm going to go over the most basic way, and this is the way I use to sell all of my stuff and make money in Upland. I look at the area. If the property obviously isn't too big, if you've bought like a huge property, you don't want to be selling it for the cheapest price because how can I say, bigger properties will be worth more to people, right? So you don't want to be selling like in a neighborhood. If you buy a little property, the going rate is 20k, but if you bought a big property that's like 17k, you don't want to be doing out yourself money by selling it for 20k. Does that make sense? Bigger properties generally go for more, but most properties you will be buying will be tiny or will be, I guess it could say, medium sized. So here we go. Staten Island, only FSA all, for sale UPX. And here we can see that the cheapest secondary market property, or the cheapest property on the secondary market, is for about 6,900 UPX. So if I wanted to sell one of those properties that's not in a collection, I'd be like, type. I'm going to sell that really cheap one we bought for 900. I'm going to sell it for 6,800, for example. If you just want to undercut them, or you can put it at this price, not a problem. There's also a way to see how can I put this. So if I've got a new drop Manhattan Beach property, it might be worth you guys having a look what the going rate in an area is for that property. So if I've got 2,520 right here, I want it in the what was it called? Was it called New Beach? New Dorp Beach. I don't know why it's not coming up with no data available. So at the moment I apparently can't search. Hold on, let me play around with this real quick. For some reason I can't search the neighborhood, but if you were like New Dorp Beach, right, and the lowest price for a property is instead 10,000, then you're going to want to be pricing your properties accordingly to the neighborhood price. I don't usually do this, but if a neighborhood has got like a high interest in it, because it might be a beachside property or whatever, or a neighborhood, people value things for different reasons, and you don't want to be underselling yourself, right? So that might be worth a check. But using this way, you're guaranteed to sell a property anyway if you sell it at the lowest. If it's not too big, of course. Cool. Now let's go over collection properties. I'm gonna go over to Brooklyn for this one, and we're gonna go. Let's see what the going rate in Brooklyn is at the moment. So the going rate in Brooklyn is about 7,000 UPX. Right, 7,000 UPX. Well, if I go to sell one of my Cobble Hill properties, all of a sudden they're worth 45,000 UPX a piece. So I stress this: do not sell a collection property that's purple or above. Blue collections, I can see people making mistakes, but just double check that if you're selling a Great Kills, you search by the Great Kills collection. Do not mistakenly sell a good collection property for the base market floor. Does that make sense? And then and that's pretty much the entire guide, guys. And then once you get enough UPX, you can upgrade to Pro, and then Director, and then Executive. And they come with their own little nice perks and stuff like that, like being put into different tiers for competitions, which is for balancing reasons. If you get to or Director, you get your own block explorer in game, which I'm gonna have to travel back to San Francisco for. Yeah, and I've basically covered every single thing in Upland. Please do not run out of sends. If you run out of sends, you cannot get your sends back until the next day. It refreshes midnight wherever you are in the world. And I have like a bunch of guides explaining all the send stuff as well. Like, check my channel out. I can only fit so much in this video. How long have we been recording right now? 25 minutes. And I think I covered everything. If I've missed anything, let me know. If I've missed any vital information, I'm pretty sure someone's going to watch this video or check it for me. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I wish you the very best of luck in Upland. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments down below. I run giveaways semi-frequently on the channel. There's going to be another beginners giveaway soon. I might put that down in the comments, and yeah, we'll see what we do with it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have the best start you possibly can in Upland, and take it easy, guys. Love your faces.